first. There he goes. Ball is squibbed off the end of the bat. Odor falls down, and Goins barehands it. Oh my! That was going to be a tough play for Goins, but he handled it barehanded. Odor slipped out of the batter's box, and that ends the inning.
This might be the last batter the Whistler faces.
A.J. Pollock looks at a slider for a strike, 0-1.
Something just happened. I'm not sure what. Aha. What happened is Mr. Adam down there in the bullpen threw a ball all the way to home plate, and Pollock saying that was in the corner of my eye and I shut down because he got a cookie to swing at. He didn't swing.
Tony's not happy from the Sox dugout. Jason Adam uncorked a wild one from the bullpen. And A.J. Pollock looked immediately and said, hey.
Yeah, he's saying, and he can see that out of the corner of his eye. He's judging by what Pollock has done in this game. He's hunting first pitch. And you might see Tony just get tossed here just to
rile the boys up.
Yeah. Hunter, could you turn your mic on?
Tony La Russa talking to the third base umpire, Jerry Lane. Tony's going to go back into the dugout. This is the rare bullpen that's still in play in Major League Baseball down that line. A number of teams have moved theirs from where you could.
Tanner acting like he was still going to throw it home.
He just made every blooper reel in the league on that one.
That was a great 0-2 pitch, Tanner.
The fact that he could laugh it off is amazing. Watch this. He wind up and the pitch.
2-2 coming, and McNeil hits it on the ground. It hits Cano, and he's out. Can you believe that? The second time in this game a runner has been hit by a batted ball. First Seth Beer, and now Robinson Cano. Give the put out to the shortstop, give a hit to McNeil. I don't think I've ever seen it happen twice.
Bonaboni's going to be tough. Look at him.
Oh, look out. That one got Santiago. Ramon Santiago drilled on that line drive, and fortunately it looked like it got him on the arm.
They got to look at that.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why the coaches wear helmets. There comes Doug Teeter.
Got to look at that. That's it hit him hard.
Ramon saying I'm all right, but they're going to check him out.
He's not feeling too much there right now. Look how quick they got down there. Everybody's going to try and be tough there, but I don't know. They may want to go get an X-ray on that. Bonaboni.
Ball 3. And it was headed to first base. Well, you get another hack.
Hit hard. Oh, it got the umpire. And a foul ball because the umpire was standing in foul territory, so it has to be foul. But Todd Tishner couldn't get out of the way of that hooking line drive. Fans are booing, but he's standing in foul territory because he has to.
Yeah, Buxton hitting his ball sharply, and you can see that.
Here's Jeff Francoeur pitch hitting, and he hits this a ton to center field. Back at the wall, looking up, and he got it! What a play by Robinson, and what an end to a great night for Bronson Arroyo. Popped up in the air by Derek Robinson, and then clutched before it hits the turf. And it's been a smiling scoreboard and a smiling night for Bronson Arroyo and the Reds. What a way to cap it, Chris.
I'll tell you what, that kid's an athlete. He went up to get that ball. That ball looked like it was going to clear the fence by a long shot. And he's going to celebrate with a complete game.
They set up Cruz outside. And here's the 1-2. And fouled off to the right side. And it hit the first base umpire.
Yes, it
Jordan
did.
Baker. And Baker backing away. And right off of the left arm, I believe. And in conversation with Edwin Encarnacion to see if he's okay.
You got to catch that. That ball slicing at him and just nowhere to go. That one looked like it got off the elbow.
And the left elbow.
See some seam marks.
And he looks at the home plate umpire, Mike Everett, just giving him some time. Yeah, you could see the seam marks.
Boy, this crowd came here to make some noise tonight. Going. And that's one of the many reasons an unexpected guest at Shea Stadium. Well, he took the expression, why don't you drop by, literally and figuratively.
That's about the only way to beat the traffic in this town.
One ball and everybody got a kick out of it. 1-0 the count to Bill Buckner. And I'll tell you what, Wally Backman almost jumped out of his uniform when that man came down in front of him at second base.
And why not?
Oh, are they up?
There's a bunt. It's a good one. And it's a fair ball. It just hit the bag before it was going to roll foul.
That's about as perfect as you could bunt it and realize they didn't have a chance on the play. So just let it roll, and it went right down the foul line and hit.
Well, Burrows looks like he's sick. In fact, I'm pretty sure he is. First time in the major leagues this year, and the emotions of the moment got the better of him.
I'm going to check on Burrows. Oh. We mentioned it's a hot day.
Yeah, so Andy Fletcher wants to go out, and A.J. Hinch probably saying, you know what? Go in, take care of yourself. And
3-1. Reno pops it up. First base shot in foul territory. Pujols near the dugout. Calls off Iannetta. Pops down to the glove and right to Chris. Well, nice job by Chris Iannetta sticking with it. Kind of remind you of Pete Rose and Bob Boone.
Oh, the Game 6 of the World Series. Deflected off the glove, and that's why you have friends there for support, to be in position to be able to make a play.
Try to get his ground ball right here.
3-1 pitch. He gets him to pop it up. Foul territory, first base side. Pujols has a play under, and the ball pops out of his glove, but it's caught by Iannetta, who is standing right near him. The inning is over. Wow! It popped out of.
But you know, again, didn't really catch a break there in the ninth. At Donaldson over at third. That ball's even a couple feet short. It's going to be really tough. Ends up being a short hop instead of a little bit a tougher hop. or to his left. He ends up getting the 2-ball out of that. I thought that was big because that ball's got a chance to get in the corner and get 2 runs there. I thought he threw the ball good. He's kind of effectively wild from today. He wasn't exactly pinpoint with his command, but he was able to land his changeup, do enough strikes. I thought he kept him off balance, used his change, used his breaking ball. It's a tough lineup to go through. They're right-handed. When they stack it up, Albies is probably better right, Camargo's better right. They throw Donaldson in there. It's a pretty stacked lineup with the lefty, so he had to really work. I thought Smitty did a really good job. He gets us through 6. Tyler was really good. He gets us in a spot and gives us a chance. And then Grandy hits a key, it's a big home run right there to get us tied in the 9th. So it was really a pretty good ball game. It ends bad, but again, didn't really catch a break there in the 9th. At Donaldson over at 3rd, that ball's even a couple feet short. It's going to be really tough. Ends up being a short hop instead of a tougher hop. Or to his.
It's a chance now for Quintero to polish up his act, and a chance to pick up a couple of RBI. Paper airplane will not land. Now it does. The paper airplane boy is brought in to scoop it up. So Mayberry, Revere, and Ruiz all out there. 9th inning, 2 out.
Is second to none because all the different weather patterns that Mark Razum and his crew have to deal with. They've cleaned this up pretty quickly. It's still going to be slick down there. So I can't imagine how many gallons of water were all of a sudden, coming out of there, and it's kind of infiltrated the camera well and that portion of the dugout. And right now, Peter Lambert's learning a tough lesson in this first inning. After 2 outstanding starts against the Cubs, he's been hit around here in the first by San Diego, and he's not yet out of the inning. Now, is it shut off now? I think it's shut off now.
I think it's shut off.
Right now, there's nothing else like a little rain delay on a beautiful. Yesterday we had a rain delay and there was no rain, and today we have a rain delay. There's no rain, but there's a flood down the right field line. That great grounds crew is working to clean it up. Speaking of adversity, our grounds crew here, which is second to none because all the different weather patterns that Mark Razum and his crew have to deal with. They've cleaned this up pretty quickly. It's still going to be slick down there. So I can't imagine how many gallons of water were all of a sudden, coming out of there, and it's kind of infiltrated the camera well and that portion of the dugout. And right now, Peter Lambert's learning a tough lesson in this first inning after 2 outstanding.
The 1-2. Weak ground ball hit on a high hop to first. Buchholz bobbles, picks it up. Does he tag the bag? Yes, he does. He got him. Athletic play by Buchholz. Let's hope he's okay. Pops up, seems to be. The ball bounced off his glove. He reached for it, picked it up, and he tagged Callasco on the thigh going by, according to the first base umpire, Marty Foster. Well, it wasn't pretty, but Clay recovered, and the side retired after 3.5, 3-1 Red Sox.
I think he sticks with the ball club.
Uh-oh, the sprinklers have been turned on in left field.
A new left fielder, and he must have stepped on a sprinkler, huh?
It's Garcia in left. Remember the movie Brewster's Millions? Richard Pryor?
Yes.
The Hackensack Bulls had a train that went through center field. We're not quite there yet.
That was the old, minor league trick.
To get a rain delay.
To get a rain delay.
Or rain out.
Rain out or something like that. You turn on the sprinklers the night before. They've got their best pitcher, and you run out of pitching, so you water the field. Oh, somehow the sprinkler system went on last night. We can't play today.
The sprinklers are on in the outfield. As if it couldn't get any worse for Oakland's defenders.
They're trying to cool them off.
Trying to hose them down.
We saw this in Goodyear on our very first game in spring training. Beautiful. Must be scheduled for a 4 or 7. They weren't used to the noon.
Bob doesn't see the humor.
No, I don't blame him.
great tradition here in Philadelphia with their wonderful mascot, the Philadelphia Fanatic, of opposing teams messing with him. Jerry's familiar, just the latest, taking the keys to his all-terrain vehicle, slipping them to the security guard. Oh, he got it back.
He's quite the character. Provides many years and games of entertainment here in Philadelphia. I never get tired of his act.
Really good job, and she's such a good pitcher. I mean, 11-0. I mean, look at those numbers. There's a little tapper. Ohtani, that's a tough play, but he makes it himself to retire Tapia. It's just he doesn't want to be touched.
Okay. But that's the right play. If you're watching this at home, a ground ball like that, and the Angels have been practicing that with their first baseman. That's the play you go get as a pitcher. It's an easier play for you. Sometimes you wait for the first baseman on the flip.
Cabrera over, but this is into the seats. That is fantastic, and not a surprise whatsoever. It's a future Hall of Famer, sir. Consider yourself honored.
It was in the 70s, and then it jumped dramatically. Off the end of the bat, right to the first baseman, Cabrera. He'll scamper over there, and he just got him. 3 unassisted. Shane Green has a 1-2-3 fourth inning on our way to the 5th at PNC in Pittsburgh.
He's going on the pitch. The throw down to second, and they got him with Elvis sitting on the bag.
There's a highlight for you. Elvis went down and still made the tag.
Elvis was safe, and Ibar was out.
That's one you don't see very often. What a great throw by AJ,
Yeah,
too. Right on the money. Had a decent jump. As soon as Elvis slipped, you said, oh, no, that's going into center field. And Elvis goes down, and down comes the tag, and they're both lying there together. Ibar's going, what are you doing? That's great.
We're tied at 3. It's the bottom of the 6th. There goes the runner. The pitch is high. The throw by AJ is on the bag.
Off the glove of Herron, and from the seat of his pants, Gordon will throw out LeMahieu, but McHenry comes in.
An outstanding play from D. Gordon, knowing I'll just ground it over to Adrian Gonzalez. If this takes 1 hop, 2 hops, or 3 hops, he'll get it there.
First ball, ground ball off the glove of Herron from the seat of his pants. D. Gordon.
He rips this one out to left center field, tailing away, and it will fall in there. Get by Betts. It'll go to the wall. Albert heading toward third. You're going to have to stop him there. And that should be a single with an error for Daniel Navas. The Angels have runners at second and third and nobody out.
Yeah, that's one of those tough plays as an outfielder to determine if you're going to try to slide in and make that play.
Hill looks to second, fires wide. They get the out at second, but no double play, and Harrison Bader says check the tape.
How did Tatis even catch this? I mean, you have Bader sliding into him, trying to stay on the bag. He does.
6'3" and a wingspan, and Tatis was able to stay anchored with Bader coming in.
Nothing screams youth. I was going to say nothing screams youth to me more than the agility of Fernando Tatis Jr. on this play. Not only making it, but then landing like that.
I mean, there's a lot of times, as you know, Jess, where guys don't even get to that ball. That ball gets through. The next thing you know, you're going to see Bader.
A line shot 3-run homer. Ooh, look at that, sweetheart. 57 miles an hour. And here comes Villanueva with a 57-mile-an-hour breaking ball. He was looking up at the velocity or lack thereof.
Jason Worth took the first one. That slow curve is there for a strike. 56 miles an hour is what it says on the gun. Gee whiz.
That was outstanding. I haven't seen a big slow ephus pitch like that in a long time.
Oh, I love the ephus. This is perfectly placed as well. Look at that.
That's a highlight of the day so far.
Prior to the game, Ethan Katz and Albert Abreu having fun with the corn and eating. That's feed corn, right?
I think so. Yeah. And And Freddie Chase didn't get it and strikes out. 3 of those for Hess. Ball got away, and Ozzie takes second base.
Heads up. That will be a stolen base for Ozzie, as he took advantage of the Orioles just lazily getting the ball.
On the ground, chance to turn it. Perez to Arcia. Don't need to turn it, Rock. There were 2 outs. They did need to turn it.
I know. What are they doing?
Wait a minute.
I know. It's 1 out.
I wasn't the one who had it wrong. It was Arcia.
Arcia didn't know how many outs there were.
It's way better if I'm the one who's wrong than Arcia. That is a mistake.
Walk, strikeout, ground ball should have been a double play, and yeah, that just can't happen. You got to turn the double play. You're right, partner.
Lost track on the scorebook, but Perez set him up. Arcia was taking the force.
Well, that's it. He thinks the inning's over.
Marlins 10-2. Rockies and Brewers are tied at 5 in the 9th. Reds began the day 3 games back as Votto sprints and claims third base.
Nobody holding him on, nobody even looking. Paddock is looking hard at the catcher, and they're just going to go ahead and give it to him. Although that ought to go down as a stolen base.
Big man.
I think my belt more apt to fit him than Arcia's. See it? Good thing it wasn't lower. Broke his belt. Got to call time, Jesus. You need that belt. I mean, check it out here. I mean, looking at his belt, here comes the baseball, and it's really fortunate that that throw wasn't right at him. What has drilled him somewhere?
Have a belt replacement. That's a big belt.
Arcia's going to give him his.
Seems like Arcia and Aguilar would not be.
Look at the difference in belt. Look at the belt
companions.
Arcia's got. He's got the Aggies.
What do we got on a waist size on that belt, by the way? Big man.
I think my belt more apt to fit him than Arcia's.
Maybe this is a preview 9 years later of this matchup.
How great would that be? As Suter with a toe pick.
Is he all right?
I think so. Dugout loves it. He tips his cap. Keston Hira gave him a 10. Sometimes you just catch your cleat.
Yeah, kind of spun off. That's a nice roll right there. That's well done.
I'd be laughing so hard. I'd need a couple of minutes.
You'd still be on the ground. So would I.
Oh. Well, Suter comes back and strikes out Ian Happ. A couple of groundouts and a strikeout. He's going to have some fun chats in the dugout.
3-0 Pittsburgh. Hendricks is on. The first walk issued by Briles. And the man that has the only hit off Briles is Brooks Robinson, who's standing in. He's single to center in the 2nd inning.
That ball is into left field, but off the end of the bat. And
2 outs.
That's out number 2. Rookie Hernandez was ready to come into the dugout, but it was not. It's a good dig, but the umpires actually knew how many outs there were. They go. And there is Gorkys Hernandez.
Now Gorkys.
Longoria, Bell Jackson coming up.
Need to learn a go-to approach.
That one just past Odubel Herrera.
And it's his by go-to, I mean like a contact approach where you choke up on the bat a little bit, you want to spread out, you take that jam shot somewhere.
And he got him. Watch out. Johnny Cueto was expecting Heineman to throw the ball around the horn, and he threw it to Cueto, and Cueto turned around, didn't see it coming, and I think it hit him in the back of the head.
I think it just grazed him, stunned him. Wow. You know, I'm surprised that doesn't happen more, really. I mean, you're, especially, look, this is Cueto's 13th year at the big leagues. He strikes a guy out. He's waiting for that ball to get thrown around the infield. You forget. It's just a...
Johnson hammers a pitch. Oh, and Logan can't handle it. But what a play by Edwin Cabrera. Are you kidding me? Wow. Plays the carom off his teammate, the spin move, and a dart across the dive into Kyle Blanks.
This ball had double play ball written all over it, but Cabrera comes out of nowhere and makes a play.
First pitch now to Chris Johnson. Back up the middle. Knocked it.
Going to the bullpen. So, this is the day of
what? So this is a full moon on a day game. All right, here we go. I got the yip and that. Folks, you want entertainment? You're at the...
That is 0 for 3. Pulls it foul into the Cardinal dugout. It may have hit Yadier Molina.
I went right through that opening right there. Martinez.
That's Jose Martinez.
Yeah. Oh, you don't see that.
2 on, 1 out. And he turns on the first pitch. Jam shot is going to fall. Base hit. And Martinez will be held around third. Now Soto falls down. Where Martinez had already retreated. Now the throw gets away. And Martinez will score. And the Nationals kick the ball around. And St. Louis plates their first run on the wild throw in from Soto.
As Soto got to this ball and Martinez wasn't going anywhere, and you can see they're going to go check on him in the outfield, make sure he didn't hurt anything, but he fell pretty hard.
Ooh, yeah, that big step, and down he went. Martinez still, even at that point when he fell down, Martinez stopped at third. It was only when the throw came in.
The trainer's out to see Strasburg, not Soto.
Yeah.
Of greater concern, checking on Steven Strasburg. Overthrew both cutoff.
Delayed steal. Bonifacio is out. Bonifacio likes to wait and catch the catcher and the infielders napping. So that was a delayed steal, but they were able to get him.
It was all because of Darwin Barney's play at second base. He's not even on his feet as he's diving to catch that one-hop throw. Puts the glove right down in front of the bag, and they got him. What a great play by Darwin Barney.
Carlos. Yankees also have activity in their bullpen. Flying into center field. Benintendi will make the catch.
Oh, he messed up how many outs
there were. Throwing to second base. Going to be a double play. Yeah, Maben forgot how many outs there were, and he's doubled up. And that will retire the...
Gore runs. Giolito throws strike 3. Merrifield stepped out, and he'll be leaving. Time was not called. You have to have timeout granted. It wasn't.
And Ned Yost tried to bail Merrifield out of the at-bat by running with Gore, and Lucas says, well, I'm going to throw it anyway, and we'll see what happens. So he gets a called third. Bye-bye, Merrifield.